Hi, how are you doing? Hey, so I'm back. So back in Trump news, I got my notes here. So Trump, this second term presidency for Donald Trump is going to benefit so many more oligarchs and billionaires than any other presidential race in history. I mean, the last time that this guy was in office, he gave them a big tax break. But this time it's even obviously bigger. We all know that the bill passed and he signed it into law. But also, another one of his big backings, if you guys remembered before the inauguration, he had a crypto ball. That crypto ball was supported by all the crypto bros. And right now, he just passed a law called the Genius Act. The Genius Act is going to regulate stable coins, which is the crypto boys, because there's your public coin. And then you have your stable coin, which is typically anchored to some type of an asset or macro asset that that will stabilize or hold a coin in a relatively steady position. Anyway, so he just passed this law called the Genius Act, and it's going to be regulating the stable coins, making sure that uh, people like him and people that are invested in these coins, Bitcoin, things like that, that they're going to get their money back, what they invested into it initially. So, um, Donald Trump, though, I mean, he's going on scorched earth on the American government. In my opinion, I don't think that Donald Trump is an American patriot at all. I think he hates this country and he hates the people in it. This is why a lot of these things are happening. Also, he has like this God complex. Obviously, we see it. Uh, a lot of the celebrities have this, but this one, Donald Trump takes the cake. We all actually have to deal with it. Most celebrities, we don't have to necessarily interact with him if we don't want to, but this, we're being forced upon this man coming in our lives, wrecking up, taking a wrecking ball to the government, and coming for, in my opinion, I feel like it will be Donald Trump's like greatest dream to bring slavery back into America. And this isn't a fearmonger, but this is just kind of like what I'm peeping, what I'm actually able to, witness, observe, that this man has, he does not like anybody other than people in his circle, and including people that look like him. If they don't have the wealth and the background that he does, the pedigree that he has no respect for you. This is why he's cutting his bases, Medicaid and Medicare. Yeah. So stable coins are tied to like the US dollar or even US gold. It can be tied to silver. It can be tied to any type of tangible asset. It can be tied to a piece of land if you have, like a large piece of important land or land that you can improve on. Anyways, these things are being put in place, and I'm telling you, I really do feel like this government is being set up, or Donald Trump is setting it up to loot this government, loot the American public. The Social Security is going to be next. Watch. Look, today is Medicaid and Medicare. Tomorrow it's going to be Social Security, because they don't think that you deserve it, even though we, myself included, because I pay taxes. I've been paying taxes since I've been working. I've been a tax paying worker in this country since 16. So I have paid into it for a very long time. So to sit there and say that you don't deserve it is a weird statement to me. Like, do you know how it works? Because if anybody didn't deserve it, to be Donald Trump and his ilk, and they shouldn't be having their grabby little hands on it, because them of all people, did not pay into Social Security. People that are in Donald Trump's tax bracket do not pay Social Security. They don't pay state tax. They don't pay taxes. They find all kind of unique ways to make sure that they do not have to put any more money than they actually absolutely necessarily have to, in order to maintain, good business dealings with the American government. I mean, they'll do as least as possible. They will never go above and beyond. Um, but yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Donald Trump is, he just passed that law. He's also, there's a bill, another bill in the House coming behind it that they're trying to pass. It's another economic bill. You know, this economy is a shit show. It was a shit show when Joe Biden had it. Um, but also there was some COVID action. I mean, like he came from COVID. This economy is an absolute disaster. The way that Trump is moving with the ups and the downs, with the tariffs and the knots and the threatenings and the 51st and all of these things are going to cause the economy to become unstable because Trump is unstable as years progress, right? So we're still in the first 6 months of Trump's presidency. If you see, excuse me, you've seen the stock market kind of really waver, like, wait, whoa, what's going on here? Because the stock market is predicated, it moves based off of confidence in the market. The market is the businesses. The biggest market is the US government. One of the biggest markets is the US government, I would say, but we have the US dollar, which is tied to so many other big markets. So it's a big deal if the president of the free world is an idiot sitting up there making dumbass statements on the pulpit, on the podium there. So this is what we have to deal with, but we have to push back. Donald Trump, I believe, is, going to try to continue to push more laws to siphon more wealth into the hands of the uber rich, which I don't know what they would expect people to do if they have no money. But my guess is whenever people are in a vulnerable situation, they get taken advantage of, they get exploited. And I see that is the road that we are going down, the winding road. The proletariat, the American people who vote every day, who get up and go to work, who vote, who take care of their families, who take care of themselves, who try to be, the best that we can be every day. All of that is being interrupted, and we have to, all over a loser that didn't really amount to a hill of beans, other than the fact that his dad had all these contacts with rich people. That's the only reason why he's in that position. It's not like he didn't earn his way there. And that's why that's why it's such a disaster, because he doesn't have the experience of running a actual successful company. It's so crazy. Like, I don't know, but I do believe that every set of people have a leader type of person that does, fool them for a time over some issue. I feel like this is a really, really big issue, though, and it's a large group of people. In my opinion, these people are operating as if they are a coven. They're not operating as if they are even a cult. Even a cult will not be this, because they it's like they have this bloodlust, like a bloodlust coven. You know what I mean? Like, they want to see people suffer. They want that USA cut. They want people dying from drugs and diseases that money was going to go help, that food that people was going to help. They want people's Medicare and Medicaid cuts so that you can't get, and they say that, oh, the $2 that I spend out of my check every 2 weeks, every month, I don't want to pay that to help my fellow American, because if I got in a pickle, I mean, I would want them to pay for it, but me, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to opt out because of who it is. I don't like what they look like or any of that. But that's not how societies work. That's not how functional societies work. And these people have a mind sickness. Something is actually wrong with them. All of the Republican Party, in my opinion, need their whole ass whooped. The Republican Party needs to get out of Congress. They need to be completely gone. We have to start a new political party. I have started that party. We are going to be talking way more about that on this channel. But I'm telling you, Donald Trump is trying to get this country he's trying to bring the economy to its knees. And he will do it because he's in position to do it. And these lunatics voted him in there to continue to do what he's doing right now. All right, well, I'll continue to report on some of the other stuff that we've been doing, or in the news. Comment below, what do you think Donald Trump is, his end game is? Like, what do you think his end goal is? I feel like he's getting money. He's trying to wreck the economy for all of his really rich friends because they're in some kind of secret decoder club. And so a lot of them will do this. If you go through their secret decoder club history, a lot of the men that die leave large vast of wealth to the organization so that they can continue on, um, the goals of that organization. But here's the rub: I don't want to participate in y'all's little secret Dakota club goals. I don't want to participate. And the fact that you're the president, you're literally forcing me to participate. And so now I'm going to have to make a big stink of it. I'm going to have to make a big deal out of it all online. And it's unfortunate, but it seems like um this is Donald Trump's cup of tea. So, but he wears orange makeup. They say he wears orange color corrector, which is crazy because that's my color corrector color, which is so interesting because Trump is definitely not a black woman. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Please comment below. Let me know what you think that Trump is trying to do with this economy and also the society. I think that he's trying to start a bunch of distractions so he can just crash this economy. All right.